Hi, everybody. It is now October 1st, a little bit after noon, so I'm late with this video, but I wanted to make another video just before our class this afternoon at 5th period. I wanted to go over what I already talked about in the first video under general instructions and give you more of an idea about what I'm going to do in this class, because some people might not be able to attend this Zoom feedback class, so I wanted to be able to at least give them a video of what I plan to discuss in that class. So this video might be maybe about 15 minutes long. Anyway, let's get started. A lot of this is based on what was already in the first general instructions video, so I'm going to try to go really fast over that. That was about the general schedule, the general style of the class, and then in this video try to give you more information that you need for you to be able to do the first assignment, which is a writing assignment. Now, once you do that writing assignment, okay, then I'll make more videos for your first video assignment, give you a lot of video instruction, and less as soon as you start getting used to how we do the writing assignments and the speaking assignments. Okay, but we're going to try to cover all of that right now. So today is section 1, week 1. As I mentioned before, there are going to be 4 sections, 4 lessons in my class. Then there's going to be 1 test section. But let's look at all of that really quickly. Okay, and that's because the university wants more on-demand classes. They don't want as many of the online classes that we used to do. There will be 4 online classes and those 4 online lessons, and that's where I try to talk to you more about how you did with your assignments. Now, this one is a little bit different. This is the first section, and because we've never met before and you've never done my class, I wanted to change the schedule a little bit so I could speak to you, meet you, talk to you, and tell you in person on Zoom this afternoon what it is that we're going to do. The other sections, section 2, section 3, section 4, will have the regular schedule where there's writing, speaking, feedback, writing, speaking, feedback, writing, speaking, feedback. Just this week, we're going to do feedback first and writing, speaking. Okay, so that also means that week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, okay, that will all the way through will be on demand. But I will still be online in Zoom. You can always talk to me for the first 20 minutes in class. Okay? So this is the normal schedule, okay? And that makes up the 4 sections for 12 weeks of lessons. Okay? This section, this week, okay, for you guys, we're going to be doing the feedback section first, and then the test section with 2 practice tests, the first 2 weeks of January, and then the real tests in final writing and final speaking the last 2 weeks of January. The final writing test, I want you to do that in Zoom. You have to be here in Zoom. So if you cannot come to that Zoom class, you have to tell me beforehand, because I want to be able to see you as you write. That's the test, so I want to make sure that you're writing by hand on paper and that you're following the rules, okay, because it's the test. The other writing assignments, I trust you. Okay, now these writing assignments, let's look at them a little bit more closely. Okay, so first, I grade them on how much you write. It is more important that you write more. My idea is the more that you write, the more that you practice, the better your English gets. So I'm not really grading you so much on whether or not you speak or write English really well right from the very beginning. I'm not that concerned about, being able to use very high-level words or very high-level grammar. Right now, I just want you to write a lot. So the more you write, the higher your grade, basically. Okay? Now, if you write a really good paper with a lot of original thoughts, okay, so right there, I'm skipping around, but original thinking on the topic with a lot of good ideas, then your quality grade will go up, and it will go up from where it was in the quantity grade. And if you don't have a lot of basic mistakes, I won't penalize you. But if you have a lot of basic mistakes and you have very little original thinking or not very good ideas, okay, you don't show a lot of understanding, okay, your quality grade will go up or down depending on these things. Now, also in the writing assignments, okay, there are some specific rules. First, you have to get some B5 or A4 paper, okay? Because I want you to write this by hand. The first part of the writing assignment is that you write it on a piece of paper by hand. You need some B5 or A4 paper. Not today, okay? Not for October 1st, for October 8th. So you have a week to go to the stationery shop. Make sure you have B5 or A4 lined paper, okay? The kind with lines and this kind of paper, all right? You need a black ball pen. Black ball pen. I don't want a pink one. I don't want a green one. I have to be able to see this well, so it has to be black ball pen. You can also use a dictionary. I forgot to write that down, but you can use your dictionary. Okay, you don't have to try to do this alone. But you cannot use the internet. You cannot use software on your computer to help you with your writing. You cannot use Grammarly or anything else like that. Only a dictionary to help you find words. All right. And you can't use your smartphone for these 30 minutes. You can't use your computer for these 30 minutes. It's only 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. You write as much as you can. Okay. Oh, and by the way, you write your name and your student number first, then you start your clock for 30 minutes, and then when your alarm goes off, then you're finished. Okay, so this actually isn't a very long assignment. Right? It's double spaced, you cross out your mistakes. So let's take a look at a video of what that looks like. All right, so this is all very quickly speeded up. This actually took me about 4 minutes, but I speeded it up so it's a little bit faster. It's about 1.5 minutes. So you write your name, you write your student number on the left. This was made for another class for speaking and writing, so it says SNW2. But for you guys, your class is called Communicative English. So you can just call it English, English 4, okay? And you see how I'm writing double spaced? So one line, then an open line, then another line, then an open line. So one line writing, one line blank, one line writing, one line blank. In English, we call that double spaced. Now, if you make a mistake, just like I made a mistake on just cross it out, okay? And you don't have to worry about getting white out, you know, with the white. Well, you can if you want to. If you really want to, you can use correction tape. You can use white out. But I just say just cross it out, because that's the way we were taught in university in Canada, how to write quickly during a test or during a classroom assignment. If you make a mistake, 2 lines, cross it out. Remember, there is only 30 minutes to this, okay? Now, I'm trusting you that you're only going to write for 30 minutes. And I'm trusting you that you're not going to use the internet, you're not going to use your smartphone, you're not going to talk to your friends, okay? And at the end of that 30 minutes, what you do is you count all of the words that you wrote. Count all of the words and you write it down at the bottom, just like that, okay? Now, after you have that, okay, you have to take, I forgot. The number of words that you write, this is the grading system. So, for example, I wrote only 93 words because I only took 4 minutes to write. I didn't actually take 30 minutes, and that would get you a D. That's not very good, okay? If you're going to write less than 100 words in 30 minutes, right, that basically means that you're writing about 3 words a minute. And that's not very good, okay? That's a D. That's a fail. If you want to start getting higher grades, then you're going to need to look at that scale and try to write as much as you can. Write neatly. Don't write so fast that I can't understand what you're writing, but write neatly and try to write so that you can get a higher grade like a B or an A. And some people get an S. And then one of the more difficult things, if you've never done this before, is after you've written your paper, okay, I want you to take your smartphone and I want you to take a picture of what you wrote. If you wrote it on both sides, the front and the back, then of course, you take both sides, pictures of both sides. If you needed 3 pages, then of course, you take all 3 pages, okay? You take those pictures in your phone, and now watch this video to show you how you move your photographs up to Moodle, okay? Basically, you should already be on Moodle, and then you go to the assignment that says send to Moodle. Okay, you're writing assignment number 1. Send that to Moodle, then you look below for where it says you can upload or enter, okay? And then from there, you're going to get this drop-down box. Now, if you're on your phone, you have to click that little picture of a file. See that little file right there? And then you choose the file from your library. okay, from your photo library. You could also take it right away, but I actually suggest that you take the pictures first. Then you choose the photographs, okay? You upload them. You put in the name. Now, in this case, the first topic was self-introduction. But in your case, the first topic will be about your summer break. And I have to talk about that because I revealed the topic to some of you inadvertently, by mistake. You do one page at a time. One page at a time, okay? You do one page as page 1, and then, for example, I'm going to choose page 2, okay? And then you call that self-intro 2 or self-intro 3. In your case, summer break 1, summer break 2, summer break 3, so that each page has a different name, all right? There it is. That's the number 2. That means page 2. You also upload that file, okay, and you'll see them both. Then you save the changes, okay? They're right there where it says henko o hozon suru. You save those changes, and that will send the photographs to me. And then you can see that you sent the photographs because see where it says file teishutsu? That means that it's already up there in file teishutsu. Okay? Now, if you have any questions, well, okay, first, you can watch this video as many times as you want because it will be on every one of the writing video assignments, just in case you forget. Okay? But if you have any questions, remember, every class I'm in Zoom for the first 20 minutes when the class starts. You can always come and I'll try to help you out. Okay, let's keep going here. All right. The writing assignments after, okay, after you've done 30 minutes handwriting, then you have to retype it into Word, okay? You open Word from your portal. So for example, let me come here to Safari, and here's Safari here, okay? So the portal for your university, sorry, the portal for your university is here, Office 365, okay? Now, you do Office 365, okay, and you're going to get this page. Now, from here, you can open Word, okay? You can open Word from here, and this here is the typing template. Sorry, I should have actually shown you this. This is the typing template that I have here in your okay. This is class number 1. That's today. Now, I'm talking about writing assignments that will begin in class number 2. So let's go here and let's take a look at class number 2. And you guys can't see this yet, but you will eventually, when I'm ready to open class number 2 to you, okay, you're going to see where you send your writing assignment to typing, okay, your typing writing assignment. And what you do here, okay, is you click this, and you can find number 1, okay, that you can download this document, Cruise Speaking and Writing Typing Template, okay. Download this document, and it will look like this document, okay. So first, download that document, it'll look like this document, and this is where you, well, I'm a teacher, so I don't actually upload things. I only view them and I grade them. Okay, and I can see that 10 people have already submitted. We'll talk about that later. Okay, but once you download this, it will look like this. Okay, now in here, this is where you type your name. Whoops. Okay, here, I'll just take it out. Now you type your name. Okay, type your student number. I don't know. I think it's, with you guys, it's, well, I don't forget, 111000, whatever. And your title will be here. Again, you take this out, okay? And you can, I think it's summer break. Yeah, it's summer break. And you type here, but you don't keep this, okay? Some of you forgot to type that out. So type that out and just start typing here, whatever it is that you want to write for me. Now, once you have this word count, oh, this is in bold. Okay, you don't want that in bold. Once you have this word count, all right, once you have this word count, you type it in here, okay? Type all of those words that you had before. And when you type in here, you type what you wrote on the A4 or B5 paper exactly. You make no more additions, you make no more corrections, you make no more changes. You still cannot use the internet. You still cannot use the smartphone. You still cannot use the telephone or anything else until after you have sent this up to OneDrive. Okay? Now, if you're doing this on Microsoft 365, what you want to do is save this, okay? And you save it, okay, to your computer. You save it to your computer because it turns out that if you try to save directly from Microsoft Word, from your OneDrive, okay, to another OneDrive, that can create a problem. So what I suggest instead, okay, is that you go to OneDrive. Okay. Oh, sorry. You go to OneDrive. All right. You have. Let's do this again. All right. Okay. Okay. So once you have this done, all right, you send this up to Moodle. Now, the problem will be when you actually try to send this to Moodle directly from your OneDrive. So don't try to send this directly from your OneDrive. Save it to your computer, okay, and then you can do the submission into Moodle from your computer. Now, I know that's a lot of information, and I'll try to make a more specific video for next week, but right now that's basically what we want to look at in those writing assignments. And don't worry, yes, I will be making more of those videos for next week. So be careful. Retype your paper exactly, save the document, make a copy to your desktop, and the desktop copy actually is not on OneDrive. I made a mistake. That's to Moodle. Okay, that's to Moodle. So let's play that again. So your desktop copy to Moodle, not to OneDrive. Okay, OneDrive is for your videos. And you do that at 9 o'clock on the class day. Now let's talk about the speaking videos, okay? And again, also too, your speaking video. Your first speaking video will be in class 3, week 3, okay? But just to tell you very briefly, speaking videos are about you speaking and using your camera to record you speaking and gesturing and having good eye contact. And if you follow all of these things, you have good style, you have good original ideas, you have you follow the walking video rules, which I will explain, and you have generally good English quality, so I understand you, you're probably going to get, I don't know, at least a B+, at least an A. When you don't have good speaking style, that brings you down to a C. Also, you might have not very good ideas, not very deep ideas, or you forget the rules, you forget the gesture, you look down all the time. And your English quality, I want you to speak with your natural English, all right? I don't want you to use notes. I don't want you to try to do this. Some students try to do this. They have their phone and they have their notes down below, so they're just reading their notes like this, and this is not very good. Or they try to memorize. They try to memorize their video and they look like this because this is what you look like when you're memorizing a speech that you wrote down before. You don't sound very natural because it's very hard to speak while you're memorizing in a second language. Don't do that, okay? Just try to speak with your natural English. You will get a higher grade. You will not get a higher grade if you memorize. I know it's hard to do. That's why we do this, all right? Don't worry, I'll give you more explanation when the time comes. Let's take a look at what a video looks like when I'm actually doing what I want you to do. Okay, let's take a look at this. So, I am taking a walk down past my house up towards the junior high school that is just at the end of this hill. So I'm going to make this volume a little bit smaller because I want to be able to talk to you while I'm talking. Actually, I'm going to just close the sound. You have to keep walking and talking, okay? Don't stop walking. Don't stop talking. Hold the camera at eye level, but about 60 degrees that way, okay? You see how I'm at an angle in this video? Because in that way, you can see my other hand. I want you to show your other hand. I don't want your other hand to be hidden away because I also want you to have gestures. I want those gestures in the video. Okay? Maintain good eye contact. And what that means is, of course, you're walking, so you have to be careful about where you're walking. And if people are near you, remember, you should be ready to wear a mask. I had my mask in my pocket. And if a lot of people are coming, put on that mask. Stop the video. Okay, put on that mask. Follow the time length requirements. The first 2 videos will be for 2 or 3 minutes, so not that long. But the final 2 videos and the test videos will be for 3 or 4 minutes, so they're going to be a little bit longer. Okay? When you submit your test video, okay, make sure that you have that in your name and your student number in the document title and submit it to OneDrive. And I'll give you more instructions on how to do that later on. Okay, let's listen to the rest of the video.
Then we have to go back in, and we can come out. We have to go back in. So I think at least for the next year, until the vaccine is complete, remote teaching, remote education.
I'm going to skip ahead here. One thing also I want you to make sure of is that you do this in one take. No editing, no cutting. Okay, you do all of this from the start to the end, all the way through. So watch me end this. I push the button, it ends, and I send it up to OneDrive complete. No editing, no cutting, no trimming. From the very beginning to the very end. Okay? All right, let's keep going here. Oops, sorry. There's one more. Okay, well, this was the last one. I'll put it here. Okay, your next classes until November 5th will all be on demand. I will always be there in Zoom, but we won't have any more Zoom classes like this until November 5th. So basically for a whole month. If you have a question, in every class, class 1, class 2, class 3, there's a Zoom link. And for the first 20 minutes, you can come and talk to me if you have any questions. If you have any more questions after that, that's my email address, jdmcruz@gmail.com. So feel free to use that. You can message me anytime. And I'm not going to answer in the middle of the night, but you can certainly send your email anytime, and I'll answer it as soon as I possibly can. Okay, so I have to get this video up because it's almost 1 o'clock, and I'm going to see you guys at 4:20 in class. Okay, bring all of your questions, and I'll try to answer them, and I'll try to explain again what we need to do. Okay, see you then. Bye-bye.